All right, guys, this is another Fisherman's Tale. We're going to jump in right now. We're going to look at Morbius. If you don't know who Morbius is, you obviously haven't been reading Marvel comics for a while, and you haven't been checking up on the latest movies that might come out this year if we ever get to release a movie this year. So we're looking at Morbius. He is one of Spider-Man's big villains. Makes his first appearance in 101. The way this episode is going to go, I'm just going to randomly look at different issues, and we'll just talk about them a little bit. This is just a classic thing. Roy Thomas, Gil Kane, or the guys known for creating Morbius. Of course, Stan Lee was around during that time period as well. One of the cool things about Morbius is he first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 101 and 102, and then he had a couple other issues, and then he got shifted over to Curtis Magazines, which is Marvel-owned Curtis Magazines, and it was black and white things. And here's just a beautiful cover. I like to give Topher credit for finding this. It's in his article. If you read my article, I have a link to his article. He has a lot of great one-offs and things of Morbius that you might not know. And then probably the biggest way that Morbius might appear, or just this entire concept, is through this Legion of Monsters. Marvel premiere featuring Legion of Monsters. I mean, you got Werewolf by Night and Man Thing, Ghost Rider. It's just a great issue. This issue is climbing, climbing, climbing. It's definitely one to look at. Once again, we have another Vampire's Tales. Just look at this cover, how it's painted. Blade appears in this issue, and you get just all this great. It's all black and white. If you can track these down and if they're good condition, more power to you. These are awesome, awesome covers to have. This is actually from newer run 2013. Morbius Living Back #1. This is a Dell'Otto cover. Gorgeous cover. There's actually a second print, and you know it's a second print because it has the blue bar at the bottom. The second print is actually climbing faster than the first print, but these are still $10, $15 books. You can sometimes find them in the back issues. But if this movie ever hits, this is just such a beautiful cover to not be a ratio variant. Here's the issue 2 from this. Um, th- Issue 1, 2, and 3 all had 1 for 50 variants. They're hard to find. They're really hard to find. If you read through my article, you'll see them all there. You'll probably see 1 or 2 in this flip through. But I love this. Is a Dead Auto cover. Just a fun cover. I've picked this up a few times. Just this entire run from 2013, just beautiful. And this is the one that you want. If you watched my vampires video with the boys from Three Comic Monty, you probably saw this one in the Vampire Slings. This is a beautiful 1 for 50. It's hard to find because by then stores were not buying 50 issues. So these are few and far between. People list them for $500 to $1,000 depending on how they're graded and if they're graded. It's just such a hard, awesome book. I love this cover. I'm lucky enough to have it, but it's one that's hard to find. This is another one from that run. This is Scotty Young. If you caught and read my article last week about Scotty Young, this is one of the ones that is climbing up there. It's not a $5 book, though you occasionally will get lucky enough to find it, but it's climbing at that movie, once again, movie. Things sell if the movies are attached. This is from the new series. I haven't really read any. I know in the first issue, there's a first appearance of a character, Elizabeth, a cameo, and then issue 2, she's becomes more prevalent. But these covers are gorgeous. 1 through 5's come out so far. If you read the article, you'll see all the different covers, but just a gorgeous cover. This is sorry for the smaller image there, but this is uh, Ventures in the Fear 20, first solo issue for Morbius there in the Marvel world. Great issue to have. This one's climbing in value, especially if you can find good condition ones. If you want this series, issue 20 is one that you want, along with 24, if you can find it. So they're just great books to have. Um, let's see. Evidently, I can't skip forward. So you have some great books there to look at. Yeah, here's 24. Great cover. Of course, it's worth something because it's Blade. Then here's 102. This is when Spider-Man had 6 arms. In issue 100, he took something, and all of a sudden he has 6 arms. And then Morbius comes in 101 and then 102. What I love about this issue, if you look right up here, they misspelled his name on the cover. And this was not an error variant. Every issue was like that. Instead of being Morbius, it's Moribus. So just sort of a cool thing. This is a story from the volume 2 of Spider-Man. Yes, I know it's not a Morbius cover, but this is a J. Scott Campbell, and this issue is when Morbius and Dr. Connors are trying to cure each other, and they're working together at Horizon Labs. and this issue is hundreds of dollars, hard to find. I'm trying to complete my run. This is one of those issues like 570 or 678 that I will probably never own until I get Amazing Spider-Man 1, because I don't want to spend $1,000 on this when I need a Amazing Spider-Man 1. But here's another issue that was 688. This 689. Just gorgeous Morbius covers. And then here's 101. Here's the one everyone talks about. There's actually a second print of this, that's silver background. That came out in the 90s, just right before they released their 90s series. It's a great book. And then here's Marvel Team Up 3. Here's the third appearance, I guess, of Morbius. And then issue 4, the X-Men come in and they help fight Morbius off. And just sort of fun covers. I was eventually able to track this down. I actually own 101, 102, and 10 in this one here. Just check out some of the interiors. I mean, that's just so scary. Just awesome. This is a book that is climbing in value just because it's a beautiful cover. The entire set of this Legion of Monsters is definitely worth tracking down. This is a Greg Land cover. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Greg Land, once again, Marvel Zombies Volume 4. All of them are Greg Land covers. I don't know why they're not worth more. They're $2 books, basic covers. But Greg Land is one of those guys I think if he's another artist that could blow up. And then I love this. In this, there's a thriller homage, and we in the back nine last week we just did the homage covers, and I didn't know this existed. But this is such a gorgeous cover. It's one that I might actually try to track down. This is in the vampire stuff that I showed, and the vampire from Through Comic Money. This is one of my books. I love this book. This is Mobius doing a reprint of 102. He just did the cover, so it's Mobius doing the misspelled Morbius for Morbus. So it's just amazing, amazing art. I love that cover. Pick it up. This is a Midnight Suns Unlimited. This is a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Great cover. I picked it up a couple of times when I find it. It always amazes me that no one. I don't seem like even the Sync fans don't know about this cover. It's a great cover of Morbius on the cover there. This is once again from 2013. This is the issue 2, the 1 for 50 variant. Great cover there. I think it's a Martin cover. And then this is from the new series. This is that character Elizabeth on the cover there. I love sort of the looks like Tomb of Dracula for first issue, but sort of in reverse. This is the last issue from the series, Morbius Living Vampire, the 92 series. It's actually probably the most value, if any of them have any value, because it's such a low print issue. Sort of one of those covers that you like, you don't like. I have found it in dollar bin before, but they're actually really hard to find, especially without being all messed up with that black cover there. And then this is once again, it's from the new series. This is the first issue, and we sort of talked about it. Guys, I hope you liked the series, what we're talking about there. And check out Three Comic Money. Check out Fisherman's Tale. Rumor has it, True First. I have a lot of that stuff linked within my article. Hopefully, you'll stop and read some of the other people's stuff. Thank you, guys.